2025. Now, it's quite interesting development to see what's happening between the Chief Justice, President, the Commission of Inquiry led by Justice Scott, among related stories with regards to the removal of the Chief Justice. As always, like I say, we'll keep you updated. But for now, we know that the Supreme Court has not yet had a petition, or has not yet petition submitted on behalf of the Chief Justice by Adame. And when that happens, we'll keep you updated. And now, the Minister for Government Communications, Felix Kwasi, has announced major progress in the implementation of the government's no-fee stress initiative aimed at easing the financial burden on first-year students entering public tertiary institutions. Now, the initiative, managed through the Students' Loan Trust Fund, was officially launched on May 21, 2025, and is intended to reimburse academic user fees for students enrolled in accredited diploma or degree programs for the 2024-2025 academic year. In an update shared via Facebook on Wednesday, May 21, 2025, Mr. Kwachu disclosed that 57,327 students have accessed the dedicated online platform so far, with 41,647 successfully completing the registration process. Now, we know that as of June 1st, 2021 and 2025, this is going to roll out where investment is going to be given to students, and he's provided an update on his Facebook page. This was cited by MX24 News. Let's walk you through what the details of the post on his socials read. And it says, update on no-fee stress. 57,327 students have accessed the portal. 41,647 students have completed registration necessary to obtain banking details of students for reimbursement to those who have already paid their fees, and to validate lists submitted by the public tertiary institution is what is outstanding. Now, yes, it's the same statement, and there you have it. 57,327 students have accessed the portal. However, 41,647 students have completed the registration. This leaves quite a huge number of students who have not completed. A little over 16,000 students have not completed this registration process, and he hopes that they do so before the 1st of June 2025 to make sure that they receive the reimbursement due them. Now, away from that, a meeting meant to soothe tensions between the U.S. and South Africa instead out as President Donald Trump put his counterpart on the defensive with claims that white farmers in his nation were being killed and persecuted. Now, on Wednesday, a week after the U.S. granted asylum to nearly 60 Africans, a move that rankled South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa visited the White House to reset the country's relations. Now, instead, President Trump surprised Ramaphosa during a live news conference with widely discredited claims of a white genocide in South Africa. Now, he played a video showing an exhibit during a protest of several crosses lining a road, claiming that they were burial sites for murdered white farmers. Meanwhile, Ramaphosa responded to the opposition chants in the video, saying that what he saw, the speeches that were made, were not government policy representatives who were voicing out their claims. Now, let's bring you highlights from this meeting between Ramaphosa and the President of the United States.
Let me see the articles, please, if you would, and turn the lights down. Turn the lights down, and just put this on. It's right behind you, Johan.
There's nothing this parliament can do. With or without you, people are going to occupy land. We require no permission from you, from the president, from no one. We don't care. We can do whatever you want to do. Who are you to tell us whether we can occupy land or not? We are going to occupy land. South Africa occupy land. That's who we are. Can we drop my membership from this useless parliament? Yes, honorable member. Must never be scared to kill. A revolution demands that at some point there must be killing, because the killing is part of a revolutionary act. Shoot to kill. Gaza. Kill the poor, the farmer. Kill the poor, the farmer. people, when you want to hit them hard, go after a white man. They feel a terrible pain because you have turned a white man. Not because Mashama and Soli will not be touched. They will be touched, no one. But we are starting with this whiteness. We are cutting the throat of whiteness. Shoot, kill, Yamasa, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer. Shoot to kill, Yamasa, kill the brewer, the farmer, kill the brewer, the farmer.
I don't know what's going to happen in the future. I'm saying to you, was not called for the killing of white people, at least for now. I can't ever see the future.
Yeah, but, I mean, you understand somebody watching that, especially as it gets shared on Twitter.
Who will expropriate land without compensation, whether they like it or not.
Now this is very bad. These are burial sites, right? Burial sites. Over 1,000 of white farmers, and those cars are lined up to pay love on a Sunday morning. Each one of those white things you see is a cross, and there's approximately 1,000 of them. They're all white farmers, the family of white farmers. And those cars aren't driving, they're stopped there to pay respects to their family member who was killed. And it's a terrible sight. I've never seen anything like it. Both sides of the road, you have crosses.
So those were videos that the President of the United States, Donald Trump, was showing the President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, with regards to an alleged, for lack of a better expression, genocide against white folk in South Africa by South Africans. We know that we saw some video footage of Julius Malema in Parliament, as well as on some what may seem as campaign grounds, preaching certain words. Well, Ramaphosa responded to these claims, stating that, you know what, these are not a government representation, but his personal representation, and this does not reflect, by extension, the government's policy or initiatives towards white folk in the United States. But so far, there's not been response from Ramaphosa or the presidency and an official statement as to what the last saw was as to the grave site, as stated by Trump, of white folks that has been turned into a farm, and then white folks are farming on there. We do not know what exactly that is, but we hope that the presidency in South Africa would give us some answers to these claims. But from one presidency to another, let's go to that of Cote d'Ivoire, where President Alassane Ouattara of Cote d'Ivoire on Wednesday presided over a Council of Ministers meeting at the Presidential Palace in Abidjan, the Ivorian capital. Now, the Ivorian presidency confirmed Ouattara's attendance in a statement issued, including pictures showing the president and cabinet members at the meeting. Now, diversification of electricity sources and adequate housing for citizens were among the topics addressed at the meeting. The high-level meeting took place amid growing coup reports on social media in Ivory Coast. Now, let's talk about, let's bring an update with regards to this particular coup, alleged coup incident. Now, we know that as of yesterday, we had rumors of this particular coup. We saw video pictures of certain shops being burnt. We saw some gun violence through streets. We saw, we heard of some reports of some 33 persons dead. So far, that has not been confirmed by any of the security agencies in Ivory Coast. But there were reports that the president of Ivory Coast could have been killed or had either run out of the country due to the unrest in the country. As of this morning, we know that he is alive. He actually was not in the country or was not present when the coup was happening, but he was at a meeting together with cabinet ministers. And then we saw an official statement on social media. Why? Because as of yesterday, we know that connection, internet connection, network connection from Cote d'Ivoire and from Ghana, you know, vice versa, or across other parts of the country was cut. Thereby, we weren't able to reach out to find out what exactly was happening. But as of last night, an update provided on social media, and there's a statement attributing to this that says that the coup is rumored, is not something that is happening. And the video footage you saw of a shopping center being burnt, what looked like a stadium, was actually a video from the past. I think 2022 was referenced, 2023, 2022 was referenced as the source of that particular video. We would make that statement available as and when it's ready. But that is an update coming in from Ivory Coast. No coup is happening. I don't think it will be happening anytime soon, but we hope that whatever tension is emanating would be able to, you know, diffuse, and then peace would be able to reign in Ivory Coast. It's sad seeing our neighbors go through minutes of or moments of coup or experiencing coups. Like Mimi was saying earlier, Mimi, the fact that Ivory Coast and Liberia are countries that
shouldn't be thinking about stuff like that.
So it just goes to solidify what you were saying, that what was happening yesterday was actually
and it would amaze you to know that they're still recovering from all those years of war. Yeah, they're still recovering. They haven't found a strong grounds to stand as countries. So for me, it is not even it's a no-go area.
Right.
If they are unhappy about the running of this country, and you know what is setting this conversation, because the precedence has been set by these countries, and you can't take your country and make it better. Aye, Mr. Tori.
No, but you see, I think the unrest is just about Ouattara and his term.
Exactly.
And they feel like he wants to get into a third term. You get it. And there have been reports, because yesterday, as you said, there was a cut, but I was able to get to someone, and
that was for a short period of time.
So what they were saying is, I mean, the other candidates, some other candidates for the October elections have been disqualified.
Right.
So the party people are not.
Also, that's the unrest?
Yes, so that's what's happening.
Right.
And it's not too clear whether Alassane also wants to get into there to get a third term, because he's done, apparently. So it's bizarre, but we'll try as much as possible to get someone over there, journalist or someone, you know, to really get the information, what's really happening.
Right.
Because, I mean, I panicked.
True.
I wouldn't lie to you.
True. And I was thinking, Cote d'Ivoire is what? Just about Odia to our side.
Share.
Anyways, that's how we wrap up the news here on the AM Club. My name is Augustine Adam Kobe Saint. You can join us on mx24online.com or follow us on social media pages. It's mx24gh on all social media platforms and mx24 news. We would be following the AMA and the mayor as it closes its decongestion exercise today. We know they'll be hitting Circle and other parts of Circle. We would be bringing you that update later if you follow us on social media pages and subsequently in the news bulletins as well. But guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
Well, Augustine, thank you so much for coming in with the very best of in the news right here on the AM Club. Now let's take a turn. Let's get into sports. We'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
right, so time for us to get into sports updates right here on the show. But hey, be the biggest sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with anyone at all. And if they use your code, you earn a 4% wager. It's as simple as ABC. And share your code. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Now Betway, get way more. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Betway. On to our first story. Pearl Pia ladies have been crowned champions of the Northern Regional Football Association Women Division 1 League for the 2024-25 season, marking a historic achievement and a significant milestone in women's football in Ghana. The team, known for their tenacity and strong performances, secured the title with a game to spare, reaffirming their status as top contenders in the northern part of Ghana. The victory also secures a place in the upcoming National Women's League. Well, big congratulations to them, and we are hoping to see more from them in their endeavors. Still in football, but action, Europa League. It is. Tottenham Hotspur won the Europa League after a 17-year wait for a 42nd minute goal against Manchester United. Both clubs faced... on the table and 17 years not grabbed a title. I mean, you get, I mean, when historical facts meets with football, you should understand. So I understand, or I understood perfectly when Jesse was talking yesterday. I mean, trust me on that one. Congratulations to Tottenham Hotspurs. Bad luck to Manchester United. Away from that, in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals, the Indiana Pacers defeated the New York Knicks 138-135 thanks to a stunning rally led by Tyrese Halliburton. Win big as a betting influencer with Betway. All you have to do is just share your betting code with your friends, your fans, your loved ones, anybody else. And if they use your code, if whilst you're using your code, the win or the lose, you will definitely earn yourself % wagers. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway, get way more. Download the MX24 app now. Go to your Google Play Store or your App Store. Look for MX24, download it, and catch up with all the fun with us right here on the show.
Catch up with all the fun, the breaking news stories, sports and business insight on mx24online.com. It's time for entertainment and showbiz, and Daphne Flashley will be giving us that pretty shortly right after this.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24. Fun, fearless, and factual.
Yes, every single day. Yeah, someone I was like, I want to also take someone to court. Defamation. Yes.
Why defamed you?
Plenty people.
Yes, okay.
I know.
I mean, but the court is ready for you. Anytime I can buy now. Where's Sue? Yeah.
Well, let's quickly get into it now. From a lot of legal grounds, from court issues.
Unnecessary.
This is so unnecessary.
And
I don't know why we take her seriously at this.
I think she should be taken seriously. I think she should be taken seriously.
She should be.
You know, some of these things that she does on social media are for jokes until it's no longer a joke. You see, I see how entertaining people find her, which is okay. I mean, for me, it's totally okay.
Yeah.
But when it has to do with people's characters, and you thinking that you can do whatever you like, and nobody can do anything to you, is a level of I don't want to use this word because she's an older person, but it's just not right. It's just not right. It's not right. I watched one of her videos yesterday. I'm like,
honestly, really, there's some people you shouldn't take them seriously. You should know that this is who they are. This is
you will
their
not
character.
take them seriously, but another person's image is being dragged.
Okay, well, I get it.
Another person's image is being destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care whatever anybody wants to say about Empress Gifty, but she's done what she's got to do to be in this industry for all these years.
And I love the fact that her husband is staying 10 toes with her. Like it's
you know, I'm just saying that it's hard already in this industry for you to have someone to just pick on your brand just because they can. It's wrong.
Yeah.
It's totally wrong.
Yeah. All right, let's get into singer Empress Gifty has sued evangelist Patricia Isiama, popularly known as Nana Agrada, for defamation, seeking $20 million in damages. The lawsuit stems from Agrada's May 13, 2025 live broadcast where she allegedly made defamatory remarks about Empress Gifty during a heated exchange with her husband, politician Hobson Adoye. Empress Gifty's legal team demands a perpetual injunction restraining Agrada from further defamatory comments, removal of the content from social media, payment of costs, and general damages for reputational harm. The case marks a legal turning point in the high-profile social media feud between Agrada and Adoye, which drew attention from fans, critics, and media watchers. So that's what is going on at the moment. That's what's going on. Well, we wish them nothing but the best. But anyway, the papers were served, and so let's take a look at what they had to say. The papers were served. Well, we wish them nothing but the best. Yeah. Okay, we move away from that. This one, I think she has done amazingly well. And I think she has served her term, her 1 year. And so we all know that at the case of Hajia for real, and she was sent into prison. And today, she's actually coming out of prison today. So I'm excited. So the news was yesterday. So today is May 22nd, 2025. And it will be coming out, and she'll be coming out today. So let's get into Ghanaian socialite and musician Hajia for real is set to be released from a U.S. federal prison on May 22nd, which is today, serving 1 year, 1 day sentence for her involvement in a romance scam. She was convicted for conspiring with a network of scammers who defrauded individuals and companies of large sums of money between 2013 and 2019. As part of a sentence, she was ordered to forfeit $216,475 and pay restitution for $1,387,458 to the victims. Now, following her release, Hajia for real is expected to return to Ghana as per proposed self-deportation agreements made by her legal team. Her passport was released upon completion of her sentence, allowing her to travel back to Ghana, where she expected to arrive within the next 7 days. And so we can't wait. We can't wait to welcome her back. It's been such a 1 year. She's gone through it. Her daughter has gone through it. And so...
She has enjoyed. Her daughter has gone through it.
She has enjoyed.
What is there to go through it? Do you know how many years people get for these things? And I'm not saying that, listen, once a crime is committed, a crime is committed. Some people do these scams. Some people commit suicide because their entire livelihoods have been taken away from them. So we want to consider that as well. So 1 year, good enough time to teach anybody a lesson.
Right.
We get better from here. Really and truly is what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
The daughter didn't deserve that absence, but I mean, sometimes we put out the people we love through this. And so coming back, I know for sure that it gets better from here. She's learned her lesson. Quite honestly, for me, I mean, it's just all the best is what I wish for her. Yeah.
Well, okay, we're moving on away from that. Let's get into some international stories. American singer Chris Brown has been released on £5 million bail after being arrested in the UK over a 2023 assault case. The Grammy-winning artist was accused of hitting music promoter Abraham Diaz with a tequila bottle and allegedly fleeing the UK after the incident. Brown was initially refused bail, but was granted bail on the condition he paid $5.4 million and an additional £1 million within 7 days. Wow. He is allowed to proceed with his tour, but must surrender his passport to authorities after each trip. Brown's friend, who was also charged with causing bodily harm in connection with the same incident. Brown's next court appearance is scheduled for June 20th, 2025. This man, won't he breathe? Wouldn't he breathe?
He has more work to be done on him.
On him.
There's a lot of therapy this guy needs. There's a lot of work that he needs to self-do. Because every time they are catching you for assault, I
know.
What anger is
I know.
Do you have his tweet?
No, I don't.
I think he did tweet. He did say from the cage straight to the stage. And I was wondering whether he went straight to go and perform somewhere.
So that is why they said that after his performances, he goes to hand over his passport.
Yeah.
And
No, I was just curious, like from the stage, from the cage
what does he
straight
mean
to the
by
stage.
that?
So like right from prison
he's going on stage.
Yeah.
I think it's like, so some people are just, okay, well, there are certain conditions that we're beginning to find. People getting obsessed with being popular, being talked about. There are those obsessions. He probably falls under, because I don't see where the joy is in any of this. I should be traumatized that every single time my life is associated to one crime, like one crime. I will be
definitely
suicidal.
As you said, since the situation with he and Rihanna, we can see his. This man is a very talented man. Very talented. Every music is spot on. Every music is accepted. His last music went, I mean, the entire world. But then, how does he keep up with that reputation when that incident with Rihanna has destroyed his career, actually? Because at the end of the day, we've brought something called, we fans have brought something called cancel culture. Cancel culture, where we can cancel. There's so many artists and actors that have been cancelled. Jonathan Myers, Tiffany Haddish. Tiffany
Haddish has been cancelled for what?
Yes, for what? And yes.
Why?
I don't know, because anytime they say she's rude, she's this, she's that, anytime they post there, you can read the comments, especially on the Shade Room, where they're like, guys, I thought we've cancelled this lady, so why are you?
Yeah, so there we have it. From the cage to the stage, breezy ball.
Right. And I'm sure when he posted this, people were wondering why, and so I'm glad that this is out now. And we wish him nothing but the best. Honestly, his mental health, God, going from places to places.
changing someone's mindset. It's not a joke. It's not by experience, though. It's not like I've been there before, so you too. Do you get what I mean? So, I mean, I quite honestly, I think he needs help in
Hey, where's Whiskey?
Uh,
I'm not the entertainment
I like
prefect.
you, boy.
Please, tomorrow bring me news.
Whiskey is busy.
Whiskey.
We are cooking something. We're cooking something.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had an amazing time this morning right here on the AM Club Coffee Daily Entertainment News segment. Daphne Flash, you are coming away same time tomorrow as usual for the weekend special that I'm so excited. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Thank you very much, Daphne, for coming through with those entertainment stories. But in today's dynamic business environment, a robust workforce is pivotal to achieving success. And this is why we at Equity Health Insurance, we've thoughtfully designed our corporate health insurance plans to empower your employees and bolster your organization's performance. Now, with Equity Health Insurance, your investment transcends ordinary insurance. It represents a commitment to the future of your company. Our health plans are individually tailored, accommodates the unique needs of your employees, offering comprehensive coverage and exceptional benefits. Our support goes beyond administrative tasks and premiums. At Equity Health Insurance, we are dedicated to standing by your side throughout the entire journey. So please feel free to reach out to us on 050-15125-124, 0539135-073, so that we can further enhance the level of service we provide to you. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you.
Telecel Cash has got good news for you. Your secure and convenient cash platform is still offering the lowest charges ever. It's even better sending money from Telecel Cash to another Telecel Cash, okay? Quite simple. All you have to do is just dial *110#. Now send it, *110#. Then you send it. That's it, all right? All right, so that's a wrap for our Coffee Daily right here, brought to you kind courtesy Cowbell Coffee. Cowbell Coffee stays there with you every single moment. So make sure you grab a Cowbell Coffee for yourself for today. Up next is Lifestyle Daily. After this, we'll be right back.
Visit www.mx24online.com for news, exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, up-to-the-minute sports updates, and the latest broken pen stories now. Experience more of MX24 Online. Visit mx24online.com today. MX24, fun, fearless, and factual.
I'm the type who don't want someone to request for something from my shop and I'll say it's not available. I don't like it's not available. I will get it. I started this business after my weight loss journey. I used to buy everything from Accra. Then I realized that I have to start with something so that the women around here, they won't be ordering from Accra again. Then I started with a little, just turmeric powder. 1 bowl of turmeric powder that I started with. Then when I go out to sell the turmeric powder, they ask, oh, do you have this? In fact, I don't tell them I don't have. I tell them, oh, it's available, but it's out of stock. Then I'll go out and look for it for them. That's how come the shop is full with the spices like that. Now, most people even know me as True Andrew Natural Market. I don't joke, I can make noise on Facebook. When we order today, by next week, we need to order again. The product don't reach.
You enter the central market, it's not everything that you get. So when I came and then I saw the things around, I was excited. These things, when they come, it's like the knot has been cut off. But this gave us an opportunity to experience the things that we see on the internet.
A lot of people come here to buy food items, local drinks like Sobulu, ginger drink, and she sells dawa jollof, dawa TZs. And when you take her food, it cleans toxic in our system. Her food is so unique.
Chemicals are not good for people or people happy. So we use spices in the preparation of their food. Diabetes, BP, they come here, I give them the medication, the herbs. But teaching them how to eat is a problem. That is why I started with the food, at least to serve them lunch.
So a lot of people even come outside Tamale to buy her food.
All my customers, 99% is from outside Tamale. And every month ending, I do free delivery outside Tamale, no matter the weight.
My name is Paulina. I completed 2019 SS. I was in the house doing nothing. Before I hear there's a job opportunity here, and I came.
She has been helping a lot of girls. She has impacted a lot of positive life on those who don't even have.
I want to thank Mama Watruth for her giving me opportunity to work here and save towards my dream.
I'm Kruger Watruth. I'm the founder of True Andrew and Lued Ventures. We deal in natural spices, herbs, cosmetics. In 10 years' time, there should be a very big herbal clinic here because I deal in herbs. Ghana grows! Hey!
Ghana grows. Hope.
Introducing Betway's Bet Influencer, a groundbreaking feature where you can make money by just sharing codes. He just needs to share his codes and make money. The more his codes are used, the more money he makes. Oh yes. So, what are you waiting for? Anyone can be a bet influencer. Share your codes and make money. Bet Influencer, another world first from Betway.
This advert has been approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Betway, get way more.
This is a call to you. The dreamers. The ones that see no boundaries.
Dreamers take a chance.
The explorers that chart their own path.
Unlock the vibes, connect the energy.
The ones that dare to challenge the status quo.
Get connected, feel the
When to think outside the box, you wonder, what box?
catch the wave, enjoy the ride.
To the architects of their journeys. Every connection is an opportunity to explore every experience. This is your call to adventure. Your journey begins here. Be bold, be daring, be free. Connecting passions, connecting dreams, connecting ambitions. Telecel, connecting energies.
Michael has been exceptional, surpassed all his targets. Let's hear from this year's Staff of the Year.
This wouldn't be possible without a strong relationship. You've been with me through university. All all those days of studying together just to ace those tests, which we did, by the way. And those days of the side hustles. You were there. All of these have prepared me for this moment. Cowbell Coffee has been there with me every single step of the way.
For the big days and the seemingly ordinary, creamy Cowbell Coffee is with you every moment.
This advert is FDA approved.
On MX24. My name is Miriam Uduak Menta. We're getting into lifestyle. Of course, this is Lifestyle Daily segment. This is the Lifestyle Daily segment of the AM Club. And on Thursdays, Jay and I know we've said a couple of times right here on the platform that we don't like Thursdays as much. But there is a reason, though. Listen, we can explain. We totally can explain. It's because on Thursdays, we talk about the most important things about life, and that is life in living it, and living it healthy, or living a very healthy life. And so sometimes it just gives you that reason to be responsible. And you know, people, we don't really like that, okay? So we get to have big conversations that matter to us and our health. And so please join us right here this morning as we get into another big conversation regarding our health. Now, to every single person watching right now, you're welcome back on the show. We're talking infertility in women. How do we come about this situation, and how does this get to affect our lives? Well, before we get into that, I have some great news from Equity Health Insurance. They have something amazing for you. They call this one Dachi Apomuding. Your health is your greatest asset, and planning for future medical needs is essential. Now, the Equity Future Health Plan is a long-term health savings and insurance solution designed to provide financial security for your future medical expenses. Now, with flexible contribution options, this plan ensures that you and your loved ones are covered in times of need, whether it is a routine checkup, specialized treatment, emergency care, or you can actually enjoy peace of mind knowing that your healthcare is secured by subscribing to the Future Health Plan. Your gain is structured health savings fund, access to top-tier medical care, financial protection against unforeseen health expenses. Now start planning for your tomorrow today. Contact us on 050-6607-910 or 050-9969-010 to enroll today. Equity Health Insurance, we say always here for you. Now, with Jibu Water, staying refreshed has never been easier. Jibu Water provides clean, healthy water you can trust as your go-to, a source for drinking and cooking. Now, with our options of our innovative 20-liter bottles that come with the tap, 18.9-liter bottles, your dispensers will have a breath of new life as our clean and hygienic Jibu Water flows through them for your consumption. Now, contact us today if you need one, or because you actually do need one. That's on 020-9845-817. That's 020-9845-817. Or visit our website at www.jibuco.com/GH for more information about our brand. Jibu Water, a better life. Today, like I said earlier, we're discussing women navigating fertility through health. And of course, this is burdening on women. So my girls, get in here. We're about to have big conversations. I told you that planning for your future motherhood journey starts today. Even if you don't have plans of marrying yet, as you are there like this, that you know that you have to have children, you need to get into this conversation as we are planning and getting medical assistance on how we get ourselves entangled in these kind of webs. Well, joining us this morning for the conversation is Medical Pharmacist Dr. Appiah Gyasi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Miriam.
How are you doing?
Fine, thank you. Yourself?
I'm blessed, very, very beautiful, and very successful. Well, let's get into our conversation for this morning. We're talking fertility. For a woman or for a young woman, why is this conversation so important to have?
Okay, so good morning. I would like to say very good morning to your viewers and listeners. So fertility is really important in the sense that fertility itself comes from a Latin word which means fertilis, to bring forth something or to give an offspring. So God created us in his own image and likeness, and he told us to procreate and fill the earth. And then there's no way our generations or our parents and grandparents' generations would have been seen if they were not procreating, or if they were not fertile. So fertility is a big, big topic that really needs so much enlightenment on, especially for women.
Yeah. But you see, it's easy to know if I have a headache. It's easy to know if my tummy is not feeling the usual way. But how do I know that I am not fertile or I'm fertile? How do I know I find myself in these brackets?
Okay, so mostly fertility issues will stem from women's menstrual cycle. And that's one thing every woman is supposed to know. They're supposed to know their menstrual cycle very, very, very well. Because there's a specific time that if you meet with a man through an intercourse and have sex, you are going to get pregnant. So if you're always missing this particular window period, pregnancy and you are going to be very, very far apart. So a menstrual cycle is one thing that most women should be able to calculate and know very well, so that they can hit the nail right on the head when they meet their partners and then they want to conceive. Yeah.
Right. We always talk about lifestyle, which includes what we eat. As a woman growing up, I was just telling my co-host this morning that we're giving some supplements growing up, vitamins at every stage of our growing up. We're giving some supplements, and we're told it was healthy. And then there were times that my mom will make jokes of the fact that this will help you to be able to have children. Well, I don't want you to struggle when you want to have children. So your system is clean and sorted. If you're ready to have children, you can have children. So I'm actually not surprised that I'm a mother now. So we were given some supplements. They called it vitamins.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, she made a joke about it helping us being fertile. Now that we started having these conversations, I asked her, she was like, yeah, well, you prepare to be a mother as a girl.
Yeah.
You agree?
That's true.
My mom was a great mom. So thinking about this, I'm thinking food.
Yeah.
I'm thinking for an average Ghanaian, you probably don't have the privileges of, getting all these supplements and what have you. And maybe some just don't know about them anyway. So we just move on eating anything. Does what we eat help us be fertile or not?
Okay, so diet has a major role on fertility. There are certain kinds of foods. I'll start with those ones that are not supposed to be taken in, but then you can't restrict people. So there are foods that will mostly affect a woman's fertility. Such of those foods will be processed foods, processed meat, those meat in cans and those tomato paste and all that. Yeah, I stand corrected, but for prolonged use, you are going to get negative impact on a woman's fertility. Eating so much sugary foods also has a negative impact on a woman's fertility.
Jenny should be cut short.
Yes. Alcohol is also one thing that is going to have a negative impact on women's health. They all have roles they play in terms of hormonal balance. They are able to cause hormonal imbalance. And you know, in every woman's menstrual cycle, I saw a post that said every woman has 4 behaviors or 4 selves in a month.
In a month,
because there are about 4 different hormones in the cycle. So every hormone, how the woman will portray to the partner or the mother or the siblings and all that. So processed foods, caffeinated foods are also foods that are going to have a negative impact on one's fertility. So now to the ones that are advisable people take. So mostly the vitamins, you mostly hear folic acid. I'm sure you've heard folic acid before.
Yes, I have.
You are told to take folic acid at an early age so that it will help you with pregnancy. It's very true.
Okay.
But there are some foods that are rich in folic acid, such as avocado, salmon, sardine. They are all rich in folic acid. Even berries, they are rich in folic acid. So some of these things, they are just the normal foods we eat. Green leafy vegetables. Some of these things are able to help provide us with the natural forms of the vitamins that we need without breaking our bank accounts to go and get these vitamins in supplements because they are really, really expensive.
They are.
Yeah, they are really expensive. They get the selenium, zinc, and everything. They are in these foods that we eat. So if you can go the natural way, I'm sure
it helps as well.
Very, very well.
Wonderful. Now, listen, when I was in, I think, primary school, I believe, into junior high school, there was a young girl who was brought to our school who was supposed to be a virgin. I'm saying supposed to be because that's what we're told. She was a virgin, and she took part in this our 100-meter race and stuff like that. There was a day that she was really running, and then there was blood in her clothes. She soiled herself. So everybody thought that this was her menses showing up, and then it turned out that she broke her hymen.
Yeah.
Is that possible?
Yes. So for mostly women in sports, they tend to have a problem with fertility. Not all of them, because if you are engaging in sports and activities, you tend to sort of have more of a man hormone. So because you are lifting weights, you are running and all that. So if you can see them, quote unquote, they look manly than a woman because they tend to have more of a man's hormone like testosterone more than their estrogen.
Is it that they amplified that because apparently we have a bit of men hormone in it? So they, with those activities, they kind of make that more dominant?
So yes, that's one part. Another part is they take in exogenous drugs too that will help them boost their strength and all that because it's very, very unlikely, very built, muscular and all that. Women are supposed to be women. Yes. So some of these exercises, if it's too extreme, can have a toll on a woman's fertility as well. So it's true.
You got where I was going to, right?
Yeah,
you did. You did. And then in my thinking, okay, so if this happens and you didn't go through the natural breaking of the hymen, is that what you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does not. Does it affect your?
Okay. So currently, not every woman will have the hymen broken during the first 6 because sometimes the activities we involve in can break the hymen even without the knowledge of the woman. So at first, people used to say if you want to see if a woman is a virgin, you have to see if there's a hymen. Then on the first 6 is broken. Now it's not like that. There are women riding bicycles. There are women doing activities more than their strength. So by the time, they get married, they haven't had sex before, they are virgins, but their hymens will be broken and all that. So there's a new trend. It's not every day that you see.
And in effect, does that affect their fertility?
If they break their hymen without maybe an intercourse or maybe an activity they did, not all of them will affect fertility. there are some people that they may break the hymen all right without sex, but then they're still able to conceive without having any issues. So if you're able to eat healthy, visit your doctors and talk to people if you have 1 or 2 minor issues, and they are seen earlier, you still have a higher chance of getting pregnant and being very fertile. So it doesn't affect all the time, but there are some people, they are going to have a negative effect on their fertility.
Stress. Very common. In fact, right now, I'm even going to start an agenda to really define and diagnose your condition before you call it stress. But the actual stress, not what we are always talking about, but the actual stress, does it affect fertility in any way?
Yes, stress has a role to play in fertility. So stress basically will affect some hormones. So we call a hormone gonadotrophin releasing hormone. It's released from your hypothalamus in your brain. Stress can lower this hormone. And this main hormone is the precursor for all the estrogen, progesterone, and all that we need, especially during the menstrual period. So if you are so stressed that you don't get time to rest and all that, ideally you're supposed to rest for like 6 to 8 hours every day. But in this our corporate world, it's never like that because you have to make money and all that. If you are so stressed and you don't get a chance to rest, some of these hormones will be affected. The production won't cut, but then there will be a reduction. And this reduction can affect your menstrual cycle and even your ability to conceive, especially when you are ready. Because the levels are going to be so low that you can meet a man all right during your ovulatory period, all right, but then your eggs may not even be enough. Yes, so stress has a negative impact on fertility.
Wonderful, interesting. Well, some health conditions I hear can contribute to infertility. What are some of those conditions?
So there's a popular one that we call PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome.
That one. Looking at my leg.
No.
No, that's a joke. That's a joke.
So there's a menace in PCOS happening. I remember back in school, yes, there were a lot of issues of these young ladies with PCOS. Sometimes it's not the physical appearance, the hirsutism, the pimple, the bloating. No. Sometimes it's an underlying hormonal imbalance. So there are some few tests that we can do to see if indeed your ovaries are having plenty cysts around it, and this cyst can also affect the release of your eggs and all that. So PCOS is something that is really should get much attention because people even have it without their knowledge. There's also PID, pelvic inflammatory disease. Yes, it affects women. Yes, it also has a negative impact on fertility as well. So these are the two common ones that mostly we see. Endometriosis also is there. Yes, so some of these conditions, if not attended to by a gynecologist, can affect a woman's ability to produce.
Now let's go to the big one, which, by the way, a lot of females are considering, now, which is a thing called age. We have heard myths and we've had conversations. So I call them, I say myths because we don't have any confirmation to them. I don't know, so I'm going to call them myth. And also some conversations that insinuate that at a certain age, it's almost impossible to have kids apart from the menopause stage. So someone would say that after 30, it's difficult to have children. So you better give birth within your 20s, and it's rather safer to do that. Or it would be difficult to have children in your 40s because it's difficult to be pregnant during those days. What is the fact around these myths?
Okay, so I stand corrected. We have certain ages that from which, if you are trying to conceive, your chances are limited. Yes. Okay. So in such pregnancies, you call them high-risk pregnancies. There's a specific age cutoff. Some references will say from age 35, some will say from age 34. But nonetheless, I think sometimes it's societal pressure and all that, because not everyone will get a chance to marry in their 20s and all that. So with good consultation with your obstetrician, your gynecologist, it's still possible, because even in your 40s, to give birth. Just that the complications are very, very high.
What are the complications?
So miscarriage is something that can occur. Ectopic pregnancy, stillbirth can also occur, low birth weight. There are a tall list of these complications. Sometimes the mother can even lose their lives and all that. So at certain ages, we don't want to do spontaneous vaginal delivery. That's you allowing the woman to push. You have to let the woman do what you call cesarean section or CS. Because I think during that stage, that's what's going to help the woman. Because the strength to push and all that is very limited. Yeah, so mostly. And once you start doing CS, you can never go back to giving birth normally.
Naturally.
Yes, because it's part of the high-risk pregnancy factors. Once you start CS, if you are giving birth to 10 children, you have to do CS.
Yes, so, for all 10.
Yes. But then if you are lucky, it's possible that you may get a very good obstetrician, those people that take care of pregnant women during their pregnancies, and you can do something about it. But then there's an age cutoff, but it doesn't apply to everybody. Some people may be 38, but then they can give birth normally. Some people may even be 29, 31, but then they still have complications with their pregnancies. It all boils down to the lifestyle that mostly we live pre-pregnancy, during pregnancy, and all that, and even post-pregnancy, expecting another one. So yes, there's a little bit of truth in there. Yeah.
So if I did share my experience with my family or from my home, but if a young girl is preparing to be a mother one day in future, maybe she's 18, maybe she's 20, or even 25, right? And she wants to get pregnant at some point in her life, what do you advise she starts doing now? Okay, so the very first thing I would tell her is to know her cycle very, very well. Because you have three main phases of the cycle. You have the part that there's bleeding or there's menses or period. You have the part that if you meet a man, you get pregnant. That's the ovulatory phase. You have the part that is the luteal phase. That's the body's ability to sense that, oh, you're about to get pregnant. So it's preparing your internal organs, as in the female reproductive system, to receive a baby. So most people may miss their ovulatory period. And excuse me to say, that's the time that most women will feel very horny in the period month. Yes. So an egg is able to survive somewhere between 24 to 36 hours when it's released during your ovulatory period. A sperm is also able to survive up to like 5 days. So for any woman that's able to detect this very well, 2 days to ovulation, the woman can have sex, and then since the sperm can survive for more than 2 days, you'll be able to meet the egg, and hopefully fertilization will occur. And then implantation will occur in the womb as well. So if you get to know about your menstrual cycle, it's very, very good. Also, there are some vitamins that you can start taking, especially folic acid, omega-3. They are in most supplements. Yeah, I'm not here to mention some supplement. If you talk to your pharmacist or talk to your doctor, they'll be able to recommend a lot for you. If you're able to do this and maintain a very good lifestyle, no drinking, smoking. Smoking also has a very negative effect on pregnancy and fertility. If you're able to do these, I don't think it should be a problem for you to conceive, yes. So it's just being aware, self-aware of the dangers and then preventing them and then staying healthy. There's also, people just don't know what to talk about when they are preparing towards pregnancy or when they're preparing to be adults or women, right? I want to go and see a doctor about fertility, but I'm 25 or I'm 23. I'm not married. What do I start talking about? What do I ask? What are the right questions to ask if I meet a doctor today?
Okay, so if you meet a doctor today and after exchanging pleasantries and all that, you can put on the table your question. You are planning to conceive, or you're a woman in your childbearing period. You want to have a healthy baby, a healthy lifestyle, and a healthy pregnancy. So are there any counseling? Are there any supplements? Are there any education that you would need so they can stay healthy even before you conceive? And even how to go about even the timing of the sex and all that. If you're able to come up with such a question, they are ever willing to assist you with answers. So you just have to know the specific one. Oh, you are planning to conceive, so you want to know what you can do while you are waiting. Though you may not have a boyfriend, you may not have a partner yet, but then you are planning. So the foods you can eat, the supplements you can take, the lifestyle changes that you have to make so that you may live a healthy life. And then they'll hit you with the answers.
Also, we have heard this before where pharmacists or even doctors have, purported that the continuous use of these emergency contraceptives do affect the fertility of a woman. How true is that, and what are the facts around this?
Okay, thank you. As the name implies, it's an emergency.
Yes.
So it's not possible to have emergency 7 days in a week. Yes. So
let me laugh about that for a minute, because some people are just popping this thing like tom.
Yeah. It's some.
I'm sure you experience this every time.
Very true.
Tell us.
So emergency cannot be occurring every 24 hours. They are taken so that in case you have an unprotected sex by any reason, you take such pills. But then it's very common that now lately ladies are just taking it every now and then because they don't want to get pregnant. There are detrimental effects of these emergency contraceptives, especially on your menstrual cycle, because that's the main precursor for you to get pregnant. It can mess up your menstrual cycle. You may be having a 20-day cycle. It can either shorten or prolong. Maybe having 7-day bleeding period. It can shorten or prolong. So when it happens like that, calculating your ovulatory phase will become very difficult. Because initially, if you're a 28-day cycle person, by day 40, you should know you are in your ovulatory phase. But now your bleeding has prolonged and you may not know, is it now going to be day 13, day 14, day 15 and all that. So it's not advisable to be taking it on the regular. So mostly for my facility, when they come, I try and counsel them and all that. Some will listen, some don't listen. Some people, they want to see before they will believe. Patient's choice, you can't change, but then you can also advise and recommend. It's not advisable to do that, but then people do it. It has a negative impact on.
So it does have an impact on,
very well. It's not advisable.
So my sisters, I know that you're excited about all the things that you're trying to do, but emergency contraceptives are not daily pills. We are popping a thing like tom. Be careful. What's it called? Then there's also the option of the IUDs and what have you. We have also heard issues about that. That when you're ready to begin to have children, then you have challenges with that. Tell me the facts around this issue as well.
Okay, so we have intrauterine device, some made of copper. We also have some other implants that you can insert and all that. So there are some facts around it that mostly if you are planning to be pregnant in 2 years and you're not ready now, you can get an IUD inserted. But mostly when you take it off, the time that you were expecting to be pregnant, it may be quite prolonged. Maybe by a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months before maybe even start to see your period and all that. Yes. So the longer you keep it there, the longer you may have to wait before your period may resume. It doesn't happen to everybody. Some people may be lucky after taking it off, they are able to see their periods in some few days or months, and then they resume their cycle. So it's true, it can affect pregnancy too, because it's something you use to prevent pregnancy. You shut down the system. So now if it's no more, the body now has to adjust so that it can bring in the normal hormones. So yes. But then you'll be advised on everything if you are going in for it. If you visit your gynecologist or maybe your midwife, they'll talk to you about it. And you know the advantages and disadvantages and which one you can go for. Some may be used for up to 5 years, some may be used for 3 months, some may be used for a year. Yes, so depending on which one you want, then you go for it.
Interesting. So I think genuinely we have touched on the most sensitive conversations that have come up, especially when we put this up. Some of the questions that people have asked about the female part of fertility, I think we've touched it holistically. Anything you would like to add up before we wrap up this conversation?
Okay, so I would say that fertility issues are not only issues of women. There are some men who are dying inside because they are men. They think it's the woman that has the problem. But no, sometimes the woman is okay, but the man may be having the problem. So it's a holistic approach. So if you are married, you're having a partner, and you want to give birth, you should go and see your doctor together, your pharmacist together, and discuss if they are run, you have to run, and all that. And to the emergency contraceptives, it's not for everyday use. So if you are using it for every day, there are options for that. Yeah, that you can take for the 28-day cycle. Yes. So if you want something like that, you can go in for that. But for the emergency, it's taking when you have an emergency, an unprotected sex for maybe some time and you want to prevent pregnancy, yes. And then we have time that if you use, it won't work. So mostly they are supposed to work within 72 hours, the normal ones we know. But there's this particular one, ulipristal acetate, that works for up to 5 days. So even if after 3 days, you still haven't gotten the 3 days one, the normal postino lydia, you can go in for that one. But then it's not really easy to come by. But then some pharmacies do stock it. Yes, so that's another option too. But it's not for everyday use. Yes, that's what I want to stress about. And then you should live a healthy lifestyle. Even if you are not getting pregnant soon, alcohol, smoking, now you may be enjoying, but in the future, your ex will suffer. Yes, so yes, that's what I will leave with your listeners and viewers.
Awesome, Dr. Gyasi, thank you so much for coming through with this education. And I know that as we are growing on this show together, we're all learning, especially my girldom. Let's do better with ourselves. Let's make better choices, and let's be healthy mothers. Because again, Doc did affirm that you might have challenges at some age, but it's not cast in stone. It's not for everybody. Yours could be the best, and so just prepare yourself for that special child you are trying to bring into this world. And as we do every Thursday, we're learning and growing together. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And Doc, thank you so much for coming through. And if we wanted to connect with you, how do we connect with you?
Okay, so I'm on Twitter as K.A. Gyasi, K.A. Gyasi, and Instagram KA.Gyasi.07. Yes, Snapchat is also K.A. Gyasi. Yeah. On LinkedIn is my full name, Stephen Appiah Gyasi. So those who want to connect on LinkedIn as well.
Awesome. Just connect with Doc so that you can get more advice on fertility issues and anything associated to that as well. Thank you so much for being a part. We're going for a quick commercial break. When we return, the conversation continues. Of course, we're going to plug right after this.
Hi, my name is Ruki. I'm a TV host and a self-styled chef. Cooking is my ultimate passion, and it's something I would say is my calling. Now, for those who cook a lot like me, there's one fact they'll always state. Ingredients decide how tasty your food is. And for me, ingredients is water. Tap water at the moment is not the best option considering what's going on in the country. Also, water is very much waste, so it's a no-no for me. One choice for cooking is Jibu water. Cooking with Jibu water enhances the flavor of your food. And it's not just that. Unlike other brands where you have to pour it from a heavy bottle, the 20-liter dispenser bottle comes with a tap that makes things so easy. So you see how simple it is with Jibu? Cooking with Jibu gives you big flavors and great taste without all the stress. Remember to cook with Jibu.
Jibu, transforming opportunity to thrive.
Welcome to Deluxe Experience Ghana, your trusted partner in creating unforgettable events. From breathtaking stage designs to dazzling lighting solutions, we bring your vision to life with precision and creativity. Our expert event planning and consultation services ensure every detail is taken care of so you can enjoy a stress-free experience. Capture every moment with our professional photography, videography, and live streaming. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think deluxe. Contact us today on 083-503-7520. Deluxe Experience Ghana. Think events, think deluxe.
welcome back to the AM Club right here on MX24. I know we've said it a couple of times. Jay and I have said it so many times here on this platform that we don't really like Thursdays. But every day is our favorite day to spend time with you right here on the show. So I'm always super excited to come back to you, to have great conversations and learn and grow together. Yes, we're moving straight to the plug. A lot of things exciting. Things I love to do is to listen to live band, just sit around good live band. It doesn't have to be just in like good live band, and Adaha Band just does it for me. For me personally, I think I just enjoy everything they do over there. And so we have them joining us on the plug this morning. We're going to be having a live performance by Adaha Band. Thursday special for you, just because you're a special person. So Adaha Dance Band, sorry. And so for me, between you and I, we're going to be doing this together, okay? We're going to enjoy this together. It's Thursday special for you. Between you and I, let's talk about something right now that is connecting with us on all social media platforms. Don't forget, it's MX24GH on all social media platforms. Connect with us. And this very conversation we just had, which is about the fertility issue, we did that for men. We'll do this again tomorrow. Have a great day.
One.